Can you believe that we are on Friday already? Well, it has been a fruitful week. We have been having these interviews from Monday. We are having one again today on Friday. And today we are talking about building confidence and communication skills. I am not alone. I am with Mema Mutibam Sihue. She is one of the coaches. She will tell us a little bit more about her business and what she does. But I just want to
Mhm.
say thank you for those who have followed us from Monday to now, where we have great conversations with entrepreneurs. Everybody that has been interviewed on this platform by me, Piseleto Mutimukhale, I am representing Mind Retirement Institute, and all the entrepreneurs are part of the business development program. They are sharing their insight and how they are doing it. They are not the expert on the topic, but they have managed to work on specific areas so that they can run their businesses successfully. Let me start by introducing Mema Motivansi Khouwe. How are you, Ma? How are you today?
Good afternoon, Coach. I am very excited. I am well. I am good. I am highly favored.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful to see you. You look refreshed. What is happening in your life? You look so happy, but you are so
You know,
demure.
I cannot believe I keep looking back, Coach, at myself last year this time and myself now. It's two different people. It's like north and south. I am so busy. I've just walked in now from my first Christmas lunch. So yeah, things are really happening, and I am just grateful. So today I am talking about public speaking and anxiety. It's one of the things I'm talking about. And then I will be looking at confidence boosting techniques as well. When I started, um, when I met Coach, let me put it that way, I was not even sure if I didn't even dream about this day. I didn't even dream about what is happening now. But I took some programs with Mind Retirement Institute, coaching sessions, and today I'm a business owner. My company is called Unshackle Your Worth, and it is based on my journey because I know that there are a lot of people out there who are stagnant, who are stuck, who do not know how to move forward with their lives. And they just need that boost, and which is what I got from Mind Retirement Institute. So, what I will be sharing is just nuggets of what I've learned and what placed me where I am today. So, most of the time, your burden is your purpose. The one thing that you find yourself burdened by is your purpose. Like in my case, I was stuck. I was swallowed by things that I was going through in my life. And I didn't know how I was going to come out of it. But through coaching, I was then able to face my challenges and get the help that I needed. It's been a year. And today, like I say, I've registered a company. I've already started helping others that are stuck just like me through Unshackle Your Worth, which is the company that was birthed beginning of November. Welcome back, Coach.
Oh, thank you. Technology does us out, and
I
thank you
know
so
it's
much.
Murphy's Law. It's Murphy's Law.
It's good to work as a team because if he was in
Yeah,
the background, he could step in.
yes, Yes.
Uh, Soma, I know that you launched the Unshuttle Your Worth in Nelspruit,
Mm.
and it was your first event where you even launched a program that you are
Yes.
inviting people to join. And what are
Yes.
other services that you are providing under your company? And also, where do you see yourself maybe in the next 2 years?
Okay. In the next 2 years, my aim is to infiltrate corporations, and
Mm-hmm.
wherever there's people, I want to be there because
Mm-hmm.
my strength is around mental health, and so my program is is packaged around boosting confidence and dealing with anxiety, whereby sometimes we delay our own growth because of anxiety or issues that we feel are beyond us. But
Yes.
through the program and facing those challenges, we are then able to move forward. So we have cases like now, recently, I was reading of a case of a young girl who jumped from the sixth floor from one of the financial institutions. And to me, it was like she didn't just wake up and say, I'm going to jump, but it's been a journey that she's been walking to reach that point. And those are some of the challenges that the program that I've put together, the the Unshuttle Your Worth self-development program addresses. We address your confidence, we address your self-doubt, we address things like negative talk so that we can boost that confidence.
Oh, lovely. There's somebody making noise on your side. I can see you
No,
are trying to come to call them to
frustrating
order.
me. I'm sorry about that. Because he can
No,
see me. He can
yeah,
see
we
me.
can
Why
see
is
you.
he
We can
making
tell you
noise?
you are busy putting someone to to not disturb you. Machachi's here as well. She says hello, everybody. Hi,
Hi,
Machachi. Thank you so much
Machachi.
for tuning in. So I'm so sad to hear about the story you are telling us of what has happened with the case.
Mm,
It is very
mm.
sad. I like also the fact that you are one of your programs or your services is in helping people build their confidence. What do you
Yes.
think? What is the role of building confidence, especially for entrepreneurs? How will it help them, and how did you develop it over time?
Confidence helps you to first to acknowledge your niche market.
Mm,
Confidence helps you to believe in yourself and believe that the knowledge and the skills that you have are what you need to push your business forward. With
mhm,
confidence, you are able to sell your service or your product. When you are not confident in what you are doing, then you'll always be shy to
mm,
go out and sell. But when you have confidence, then you are able to any day, anytime, anywhere, sell your service or sell your products. So it's
exactly.
very important to, yes, to focus on your confidence
It
as an
is.
entrepreneur.
As an
Mhm.
entrepreneur, it's the key thing because we are always client facing, hey, and we are always having to be bold enough to stand in front of the crowd to tell them about this beautiful thing we are building or even the ideas that we have. So,
Mhm.
confidence is one of the key ingredients for business success. So
Yes.
I know that you have developed yourself as a as a speaker now. You are being
Yes.
called to come and give talks at various platforms, both in terms of addressing issues of mental health, wellness, and other coaching elements. So,
Yes.
how many people are really struggling with public anxiety? And once you are at it as well, how can you maybe recommend that they prepare themselves emotionally and mentally for before
Mhm.
they present their
Mhm.
ideas or they come up on stage.
Okay. Coach, you won't believe a lot of people struggle with anxiety, myself included. But what you tell yourself during that time as you are preparing, then you will be able to do what you are supposed to do. One of the things that I have done that helps me a lot is I call my anxiety my superpower, and
Ah,
that already I've I've destroyed its power over me. And
okay.
that way I know that if I prepare well, because if I'm not prepared, then I know I'm going to be anxious. So I take the time to prepare. So I would
Mm-hmm.
advise any, don't even think that's that's my everyday daily bread. I will just go in and do this thing. Take the
Mm-hmm.
time, sit
Uh-huh.
down, write your notes, write them down, take a pen and paper as if you're journaling, because I've
Mm-hmm.
realized that in that way, I'm then able to remember what my hand wrote down. So you need to prepare. Number
Mm-hmm.
one. Number two, you need to be sure about what you sell. You need to find your niche. Don't say, oh, Puseleto does this, so maybe I should also do that. You are not going to be like Puseleto in that area. You need to find what comes natural to you, what
Mm-hmm.
is your niche.
What is
And
your niche? Yeah.
there are things you can copy from Puseleto, yes, to enhance your presentations, but you can't just do it because Puseleto is doing it. You need to find your own space.
To find your own
And to,
space. Mm-hmm.
yes,
And
and to curb anxiety again, you need to be authentic. You need to walk your journey with the people, because people are seeking authenticity from
mm-hmm.
whatever program that they follow. If they see that she's just giving us theory, they can
Mm-hmm.
pick up a book and read, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
if what you are doing, you mix it with your personal stories, with your personal journeys, with your own humor and your personality, then people can see that this person is genuine.
I so agree with you, Ma. I so agree with you, especially around the issue of your own story.
Mhm,
Storytelling is one of the powerful tools for entrepreneurship. And many
mhm,
people, they always say people buy with emotions. And they get to connect with you better when they
mhm,
can hear your authenticity in your story, where you're
mhm.
not taking it from a textbook as you are saying, but you are
Mhm.
making it your own. And you
Yes,
carry it so much because there's no other way of telling a story, because it's the truth, it's your truth. And
exactly,
when you say
exactly.
it, it comes across very authentic and people get to
Mhm,
connect with it very much.
mhm.
So now, how have you used your personal or business stories, Ma, to connect with people? What is your story that you use in your practice that you believe that people get to hear so that they understand why it's important for them to partner or work with you on their journey?
Yeah. Through my story of my son, which is not what I'm going to delve into now, those that know, and those that don't know will find out when they join the program. I went, I then went through self neglect.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost my worth completely. Hence my
Mm-hmm.
company is called Unshackle Your Worth,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't value myself at all. I didn't take care of myself. I forgot about myself and focused on the issue at hand.
Mm-hmm.
And until I came across my retirement, and I heard about self-love and self-care, and that's when I came out of my shell where I had, nicely kept myself and put myself somewhere in the corner as I was now looking after others. And
Mm-hmm.
now my focus is based on that story that, hey, who am I outside of my son's life? Who am I after I've done everything that I can do for him? Who am I? So, knowing that I'm not the only one that is challenged in the same way, I came up with this program and I have clients. And the
Wow.
same Yes, and the same coach and the same program that I use, I find that it works with low morale in the workplace as well, because
Mm,
people don't see the bigger picture of their role within the company that they are working for.
yes.
No matter how small or minute you think your role is in a company, it is there for a reason. It is there for a purpose. And until you understand that purpose, you are demoralized at work.
Oh ma, you have some really people, they need to invite you to their functions and events as a speaker to talk about this issue or to workshop them, because this can also be workshopped
Yes.
through wellness programs, through staff
Mhm.
development programs.
Yes.
Because you are right. Having worked in the corporate space, working with professionals, working with managers and executives, I have seen
Mhm.
how some people really do not see their worth, how they undermine their abilities, and sometimes they don't even realize that they matter. And
Yes.
just that shift of realizing how
Mhm.
powerful and how important your function is, it
Mm.
really changes the way you look at your work and the way you look at yourself. So I
Definitely.
really think it's important for people to have this kind of conversations, and also to be
Mhm.
workshopped and empowered into being
Yes.
connected into their
Mhm.
worth, to unshuttle their worth. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that, ma'am. I just want to say to our guests who are connecting right now, please feel free to ask Mama Eva some questions. Do post them from any platform that you are connecting with us on. Share some questions, they will reflect on our site. We will be able to answer them, or contribute, give some remarks. I'm sure there's a lot that you want to add to this conversation. Ma'am Eva, have you ever had an opportunity to present your business to any investors, or you had to do a presentation to clients while you're proposing business?
Not yet,
Mm-hmm.
but there's one coming. There's one in the pipeline.
Is there one in the pipeline? So, how are you preparing, or what are the strategies do you use to ensure that you are confident enough to deliver the message or to propose what you are asking for?
Okay. A few of the things that I've had to look at is to understand where the client is. I have
Mm-hmm.
my program, I've packaged it the way I've packaged it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I need to be cognizant of the fact that it's not a one size
Fit
fits all
all.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. So that is
Yeah.
very important. So when I go in for the meeting, I will
Mm-hmm.
I will tell them generally what I do, and then I will listen to what is it that they are going through, why they've allowed me to come in, what are the things that they are feeling on the ground, so
Mm-hmm.
that I can then package a special or specific package to address their needs, because I need to help them come up with a solution to their
Yeah.
needs. Yes.
Um, you are actually talking about something very important, and I think it's something to remember as entrepreneurs, that We don't always go into a meeting with all the solutions before we
Yes.
can even hear from the
Mm.
client what their needs are.
Yes.
And most of the time, we work on assumption. We
Mm-hmm.
already think because I provide coaching, that's what they need. You might
Mm-hmm.
find that yes, they need coaching, but what type of outcome are they looking for
Yes.
from that
Definitely.
coaching? So when I know
Mm-hmm.
the outcome, maybe one of the outcome you find that they are saying, we want you to coach our interns, and we need them to be professional in their delivery of work. We need them to understand the culture of the organization and also to be more productive. And
Mm-hmm.
your coaching then is tailor made for that specific
Exactly.
outcome,
Yes.
then
Yes.
becomes the solution. And then you can then make recommendations and say, for this specific need, this is how we will deliver it. This is what we will need to find out from the managers or the people that they are reporting from. Their performance review needs to be incorporated so that all this we work together with the managers that are looking after the interns. And this is the cycles that how we will deliver the service. So you see, now you are more fruitful than what I could have just said. We can coach your team. And what you're
Exactly.
saying is so important, that we understand the pain points of our clients so that we can
Mhm.
tailor and actually have a tailored solution for each client,
Yes. Yes.
and based on our expertise.
Yes.
So I
Because
like that what you're doing already.
yeah, what I've picked up is that a lot of companies, when you speak to their employees, they'll tell you, we always have these things. And after
Yeah.
you leave, we go back to what we were before you came in. So we no longer see value in these because most of the times we would just come in, hit them with a general program that is not really and honing into what their issues as a company are.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm,
So now talking about the Unshuttle Your Worth program that you offer, where is it offered?
yes.
Is it face to face? Is it virtually? Just tell us a little bit about the process of registering to become part of the program. How does it work?
Okay. Currently, it's still virtually, and people
Mm-hmm.
register. They contact me, and then I give them the paperwork to complete and the banking details to pay for the
Mm-hmm.
program, and then we work online.
Okay, and how long is the program?
The current program is 3 months. However, I am looking at extending it because some people are like me, they need the whole year.
How do you then know when a person needs a short program and one who needs a long one?
Most of the time, it's the person and the progress that you see with the person.
Mm,
You know, some people you spend the first month or 6 weeks with, and you actually see them changing their behavior.
mm-hmm.
Then you realize that they are not just hearing you, but they are doing what you are advising them to do. And some need to go back and actually take baby steps with them because you somewhere you need to go back and deal with their traumas, which is
I
one of the
see.
things that I've had to deal with before I could get where I am.
Yes, no, that's correct. As much as you say your program is virtual, I know that when we were talking offline, you introduced
Yes,
me to the future plan of hosting Unshuttle Your Worth hiking sessions.
yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay. The Unshuttle Your Worth hikings will be hiking and coaching sessions as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the people on the program and any other person
Mm-hmm.
will then be open to attending the hike, which will include coaching. And from those hiking coaching sessions, people will then see whether they are on the program or not, if they need the services of Unshackle Your Worth and become part of the program.
Okay, and when are they starting?
I'm
When
sorry,
are they
coach, I
start?
didn't hear you nicely there.
When are the hiking and
Okay,
coaching
we have,
starting?
I'm actually looking at having, I'm looking at having one now in December, just to, you know, to close the year
Yeah.
and prepare people around festive season, and just remind each other what festive season is meant to be and not meant to be during this hike. So it will be like a wellness, mental well-being of festive season hike.
Oh wow, we are coming.
Yeah.
We are coming.
Thank you.
Mungu
Thank you,
says
coach.
hello, Mama Eva. So Mungu and Machaji, they are online, and many others. And I'm asking them to please, they must feel
Ah,
free to ask you questions. Uh,
yes.
if there are questions that they would like to know or even contribute to the discussion. So,
Mhm.
Mom Eva, please share a moment when your communication skills made a critical difference in your business success.
Okay. The important thing with communication is you need to know what you are communicating,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to be concise. Don't be lo, don't be long, because sometimes when you go for a pitch, you need
Mm-hmm.
to be strong on why you are there, and you need to then get to the point as soon as possible before you lose people, which is
Mm-hmm.
something that I've had to practice a lot of, because I can go on forever. And you need to be sure of your subject matter, so that
Mm-hmm.
should questions like now, when you're saying, the other entrepreneurs online should post questions, I need to be able to then answer whatever question. Like I was saying, programs are not one size fits all. If they
Mm-hmm.
come with their problem, I should then, on my feet, be able to, even if it's not a complete answer, but be
Mm-hmm.
able to give them an answer that shows that I can solve that solution, that
Mm-hmm.
problem. I can help them reach a solution.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
Mungu says, I like that. Don't be long in your pitch, get to the point. Is there a question you will answer? If there's a question you will answer accordingly, okay. That's what she's
Yes.
saying. She's actually in
Yes.
agreement with what you're saying, ma'am. She says,
Mhm.
you have just said, don't be long with your pitch, get to the point,
Mhm.
and if there's a question, you'll be answering accordingly. Thank you,
Yes.
Mungu, for that. Ma'am Eva, I don't know if ever I asked you this, but I'm trying to recall if I did, you can repeat the answer to it. Um,
Okay.
I know that as you are saying, you have to learn to get to the point. You had to learn to be attentive and be able to be precise with what you're answering. Did you have to be coached? Did you have to go and study, or what helped you to be at this point? How can you, as someone who is all over the place in their answering, and sometimes they get that they end up losing themselves, to be able to manage their conversation and contain it in a way that is clear and is precise?
I had to be coached. And when you are mindful,
Mm-hmm.
if even when your coach is not telling you, now I'm coaching you, but
Mm-hmm.
how she asks you question, if you
Mm-hmm.
are a mindful person, then you realize that, you know what, I've spoken for 10 minutes and this person is still asking me questions. It means I'm not hearing them. I'm not answering what they're asking me, and I'm just babbling off. And a couple of times, my coach had to stop me in the middle of my babbling and say, okay, yeah, bring me back. Yes, coach.
I know that there was a time when we had Coach Jabuzwane who was doing a training on public speaking,
Yes.
and you took a lot from that. Actually, I
Yes, I
remember
did. I
it
did.
was one of the fruitful session to attend, especially in helping you structure your speech and to structure
Definitely.
the way you speak in a way that you don't lose people as you talk. And I must say, Ma, ever since then, I have watched you, I have seen you, I have attended your events. It's so clear, it's precise, and there's a flow, and you can connect a lot. And I like how when you answer the questions, you can get to repeat what the question is in a way that you can answer, so that people allow you understand where you are at. And
Yes.
kudos. I think there's been quite
Yeah.
a transition from where you used to be to where you are now. It's amazing. You
Thank
are
you. And thank you to my retirement.
you are amazing. Okay, ma'am. So networking is one of the most important thing for entrepreneurs to embark on, and especially if they
Definitely.
want to expand their businesses, they want to grow their businesses. But it's not
Yes.
everybody who understands the power of networking and being able to capture their market through networking. I know there's been a lot of events that people attend, and you get into networking, it's an exchange of business cards. According to you, Ma, what is your understanding is when it comes to networking?
I connect networking to the SWOT analysis
Mm-hmm,
because when I know my strengths, when I know my weaknesses, and I see opportunities and and the T that has just slipped my mind.
the threads.
I'm
Mm-hmm,
yes, I'm
mm-hmm,
then able to say, okay, these are my weakness here. And
mm-hmm,
I know that these weaknesses are Mungu's strengths. So here's an opportunity. And if I can rope in Mungu, we can bag this opportunity with my strength and her strengths, which are my weaknesses. For
mm-hmm.
me, what networking and collaboration is, because sometimes we miss out on opportunities because we see our weaknesses in a project. But
Yeah,
if you were to bring in somebody who is strong in that, then you both win.
most definitely. Building meaningful relationships cannot only
Building
be
with
when
yes.
you are benefiting. Sometimes it takes you coordinating,
Mm,
the collaboration,
mm,
and bringing the strengths of other team members to make sure
mhm.
that you can deliver to a project. Which I think, at the end of the day, being an entrepreneur has taught me not to be selfish, and it has
Exactly.
taught me to actually realize that I might get 1% of something, but it doesn't mean that I'm losing, because I could
You
have
got
lost
a
a
1% that you
100%.
didn't have.
Exactly. That's 1% that I wouldn't have had. So how about I
Mm,
bring it together so that tomorrow we are able to even build trust for delivering an excellent service, and the client can now increase the scope of work for better future. So that's how I look at
exactly.
it. And also,
Mm,
I think I'm very generous with information. Sometimes even when I don't make money through a
mhm.
transaction,
I
but
know.
the fact that I have managed to connect the two people through
Mhm,
my networks or people that
mhm.
I've met, it fulfills me. I know it always comes back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you connected me to Pindi nail sprayed.
Yeah, exactly. Funny enough, this past Wednesday in our Pillow Talk session, it was amazing how Mungo was the network kind of connector of many people in the
Yeah.
program, in those are coming on to my retirement. The
Yeah.
other day, I got a message from a lady saying, tell me, are these coaches from this place in Pankop? I'm like, yes. Like, it seems like you know everybody in Pankop. She forgot that I know nobody in Pankop, but I was connected, and the connector connected me through. It's like who knows who. It's how
Exactly.
we build a
Exactly.
business. It's how, and we
Mhm.
shouldn't be selfish. It needs to be also
No,
reciprocal.
no,
Reciprocal.
definitely. Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Anything you want to ask me? Maybe let me give you a chance. I've been asking a lot of questions. So, do you have any question on your side?
My question at the moment would be, how do you do it? How do you, I know I'm only 1 year old in the business and you are over 20 years you've been doing this, but you know the flair and just the, I'm sure I can wake you up in the middle of the night and ask you a question and you'll give me an answer.
I think with years of practice, you learn the art of
Um,
always being on your toes. But
yeah,
most importantly, I think I'm not also scared to say I don't know. I
yeah,
am not intimidated by
yeah,
also seeking to be
yeah,
taught, and I'm open to learning. And more, the more questions I'm being asked, the more they provoke the me
exactly.
to learn more about
Yeah,
myself, to even understand the topic at hand, because I'm very curious, and I'm always
mm,
inquisitive. So because of
mm,
that openness, nothing really, I don't find anything difficult to pursue, even if it challenges me. It doesn't mean there's no solution. For as long as
awesome.
there are people on this earth, there's somebody who can
Yes,
bring a solution. I'll find them.
definitely.
So that's my mindset, and I think I'm not fixed in my way of looking at life. I'm very progressive, so I
Yeah,
always know that even if I don't have, there will be one who has. Let's find that person.
yes, that is so true. And I was asked a question not so long ago to say, how do I handle setbacks?
Mm-hmm.
And my response to that, if I can share it with the listeners, is that, you know, a setback, it's not you failed to me. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you just need to go back and tweak here and there. And what I said is a lot of innovations that we see today, it's not like those people woke up one day and came up with that invention. Some of the things that we are having today, the people were turned down many,
Mm-hmm.
you know, many times, but because they never gave up, today we have cell phones, we have smartphones, we have KFC, we have, you know, a whole lot of, we have Harry Potter, you know,
True.
into from a book to a movie. Those people were turned back. So, as entrepreneurs, if one door closes for you, we just need to know that we need to keep knocking. We need to keep knocking. And as we are turned back, turned down, we go back and we hone that skill. We hone the skill. And
Yes,
as we hone the skill, we are going to hit a place one day where it's now, it's like yeses that you can't even contain. And that's
that's so
where the
true.
collaboration then comes in.
I like the way you answered it, Ma, and that is 100%. And I think also the other side of it is a setback also can be protecting you.
Yes.
We don't always see what is standing on the other side, and a
Mm-hmm.
setback could be
Mm-hmm.
a protection you receive at that
Exactly.
moment. And
Mm-hmm.
when you are determined, thinking it should have happened at this time, you don't realize
Mm-hmm.
that that time wasn't your time. It wasn't the
Yes.
right time for a
Yes.
reason. So I have this
Mm-hmm.
attitude of saying, uh, everything happens for a reason. Whether
Yes.
I get what I want or I don't get what I want, there's a reason, and I trust the
Exactly.
process. And I think my
Exactly.
attitude of trusting the process always never be. I don't get disappointed easily when things
Yeah.
don't happen when I want them.
Mhm.
For example, Augusta was supposed to have launched the book that we wrote with other co-authors, and I
Mhm.
knew that I wasn't ready for the
Mhm.
launch,
Mhm.
and due to many other things that were delayed, and I wasn't scared to say not now.
Yes.
And because of that, I'm a person who always pushed to achieve what I set my mind to.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
that the time for it will come, but that wasn't the
Mhm.
time. And because of
Exactly.
that, I then didn't see it as a setback. I just
Yeah.
realized that when we do it, it will even be better than how it
Yes.
would have been if
Yeah.
I did it then.
Yes.
Yeah. Mungu says Mind Retirement Pancop Edition. Yes, girl, you are launching you Tepo, Katleho, and Matepo, and many others. There should be an edition in Pancop. And then Machachi says, Mama Eva, what keeps you motivated?
You know what keeps me motivated is how I see people's faces, where how when I see people's life changing for the better. I
Mm-hmm.
just want more. I just feel fulfilled, and I just want to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the Unshackle Your Worth, I run support groups as well, which support groups one day will be feeding the Unshackle Your Worth. The people from the support group will feed the Unshackle Your Worth.
Uh-huh.
And to see the progress in the people when I talk to them and when I share my knowledge and skills with them and how their lives change, I just get fulfilled and motivated to even want to do more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Machaji, I hope you got the answer. I'm
Mm.
going to go to Mungu as well. She says, Mama E, I thought you have you have been doing this for many years because you are great in what you do. That's so true. I
Oh,
think we
wow.
have Otu House Stella got her groove back.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mungu. That is really, really inspiring and encouraging to just keep on keeping on. You can ask Coach Puseleto when she met me November last year. Ko ka se ba re ne ke le moputswa. You know,
Yeah.
but she did work, and like she says, she unleashed a sleeping giant. Probably this giant
Yeah.
is still shaking herself off some dust, because
Yeah.
inside of me I feel a well of what I need to impart to others. And if it
Mm.
was not coaching that I received, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I was at the brink of giving up on my life, saying, I'm Mama Eva because I've accepted that, yeah, I'm a mother of everybody. I can just mother people and life will go on.
Like a
Yeah.
phoenix, you rise, ma. Like a phoenix, you rise.
Mm, mm.
Floria says, Sis Eva, how do you get to forget about your setbacks?
I use them as stepping stones. I've told myself, like Coach just said, you don't dwell on them, and you don't see them as negative, and you believe that it was not the right time. Some setbacks are I was there for a reason. I had to learn what I needed to learn, and what was the lesson out of that setback.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you miss the lesson, then it continues to be a setback. But once you find what the lesson was, from that setback, then you are able to move forward and just don't see it as a setback anymore and actually appreciate having gone through, because out of every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. So I
Uh,
always go for the silver lining to say, where is the silver lining? I forget about this dark cloud and I just concentrate on the silver lining.
yeah.
I
The
hope.
reason why that what you are saying, Ma, is I just wanna emphasize on it a bit, and say the reason why we are having the forgiveness retreat
Yes.
this coming end of the month, it's exactly that, to help people look for silver lining. There are
Mm-hmm.
people who, when they have been hurt or when they have had a setback, they don't forget easily, and they
Mm-hmm.
hold on to that, and forgetting that the more they hold on to that pain, the more it stops them from progressing.
Exactly.
It's not helping
Exactly.
them move. So
Exactly.
to release is not to actually not realize that it has happened, but it is to open doors for other opportunities come through.
And
Thank you so
set
much.
yourself free.
And set yourself free.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zero Base Travel is on Instagram. They are saying, how does what does the program entail that you spoke about, Ma?
Okay. We look at self-care. We dismantle limiting beliefs, because we have a lot of beliefs that we are carrying in our heads, in our hearts, that are not serving us anymore, and we just need to look into them and see how we move forward from there. We practice mindfulness, being aware of everything that involves us.
Mm-hmm.
I moved from being a people's pleaser to being a coach who is aware of who they are and understanding my worth and being able to say no. So these are all some of the things that I teach on the program, because I understand how they impact your life and
Maybe
impact.
also
And
mention if there's a cost involved, Ma, because sometimes when people want to know what it entails, they're actually asking, "Do I pay to be part of this program? How much is it?" Maybe you can just
okay.
give those details as well.
Okay. Yes, we mentioned when we began that there's a cost to it, and until end of December, I'm still giving people at that nail sprayed special of 500 rands to be on the program for 3 months. So if you want to be on the program until 31 December, all you need to pay is 500 rands for 3 months. But in January, it's 2025, and everything is going up, up, up.
That's a commitment fee, Musma. You're not actually charging for this program. You're just asking
No,
people to pay a commitment fee.
yes, to say, are you willing? That is why I was saying, there's 3 months, and after the 3 months, you realize that she just scratched the surface. I need more of this, and then
Mm,
we can have a 12 months. I take it from me. It took me 12 months to be where I am. So, as Mungu says, I look like I've been doing this for the rest of my life. It's because I was in 12 months journey.
but now we are already end of November, Ma. When you said
Mhm.
3 months and I pay now 500 rand, does it mean my ending will be in February next year?
December is a tricky month. So we need to take that into consideration as well. I don't want people to neglect their families and things. So December will be half a month that we do the thing. So it will be more of somewhere mid March, because of how December stands.
Okay. So when you say end of December, meaning people can pay now to be able to still
Yes,
get a special, but they will be actively
yes,
involved. Okay,
in
I see.
January, in the new year. Yes. If you
I
say,
see.
because in January we don't have money, but you want to be on the program. Pay now with your 13th check so that in January you can start.
Yeah. Okay. Sis Gloria said, so when you said, where is there silver lining? You helped her to understand it. Thank you so much. Because now it created a new perspective for her, I believe.
Yeah. Some
Uh,
things we go through them so that
mhm,
we can take lessons, like I said, and
mhm,
they are part of your journey. So one
mhm,
day you will use that setback to say, hey, when you come across such, you need
mhm.
to do this. Yes, that's a silver lining.
That's a silver lining, right? So, Ma, what advice would you give someone who is very uncomfortable, or maybe who is insecure about their communication abilities and they want to improve?
I read books.
Mm-hmm.
The way I read books has helped me to improve, because when you are in the township, you speaking in your language, you lose even the English that you think you used to have. However, when you do research around whatever it is that you want to specialize in, and just read books, read papers, read, because that's where we can pick up words. And don't be shy to speak. When you
Mm-hmm.
have, we practice with friends and family. When you are with your friends, and these days, you find three black people sitting together and they're all conversing in English.
Mm-hmm.
That's time to practice
Mm-hmm.
with your friends and your family. I mean, our kids now, even our grandchildren, they only speak English. Take that as a practicing tool. However, go on to, if you want to be a coach on a specific in a specific environment, then to pick up the language, then you need to be specific with what you read. I mean, I had to buy a book on mental health online
Mm-hmm.
that is written by a psychologist, because I wanted to pick up some of the language there, so that
Yeah.
when I'm in that zone, I can use some of the language that is used there. But I find that finding books that you like, that resonates with you, and just read them and listen to. And another thing is listening. Hey, listen
Mm-hmm.
at how other people speak. You want to be a coach? I listen to a lot of coaches here. I listen to Coach Zwane. Even on TikTok, I follow him, because I just want to hone my skill. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
work. You don't just arrive, it's a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Definitely, it is a journey. Communication, it takes you to keep on communicating. I know for
Yes.
sure one thing I can say, tell you now, and I don't think people know that I used to really be scared to speak. And I would be interviewed on various platforms, but I would not want to listen to my voice
Mm.
because I was so critical of myself that
Mhm.
every time I'm listening to my voice, there's something I'll always not like of what I
Mhm.
said or how I looked or how I pronounced things. That's how hard I was on myself. And I realized that self critique that disable or that disarm you
Yes.
from your power is
Mhm.
toxic. And
Yeah,
there's nothing as dangerous as being toxic to yourself. And
exactly.
until I had to really accept and say, that's how I do it now. And I will keep
Mhm.
on practicing till I do it to the level that I want to do it. But I cannot shy away from listening and hearing myself so that when I do it next time, I can do it better. So I don't know if anybody who is scared of communication, they have the similar problem that I had, but I needed to bring it as a practical thing, that I know that we are very critical of ourselves because
Yes.
we have a standard that we have set, or we have people that we look up to. I think now I realize that I have actually been surrounded by people who are admire the way they are very articulative. Uh, one of my close friends was Udina Ranaga, and I used to love when she speaks, and I still do. And I know that those are the people that I draw closer to me because I want to learn the way they speak and the way they're so fluent. And it comes easy to them, but which was a weakness that I'm turning into a strength because it's no longer
Mm-hmm.
bothering me as it used to in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I have Gloria as well now, Ma. She says, I believe I need to take part in your program. Can I please have your banking details? Ma, there's a client for you.
Okay. Um, should I
She
give
will
them
reply.
now online
So
or
I think you can, people can reach out to us. We'll forward you the details, or they can
thank
reach
you?
out to you directly for those who know you directly so that you
Okay.
can sign them up.
Okay.
Okay. But you
Okay.
are welcoming more people
I
to
will
sign
share.
up, have space. And I really want to encourage the listeners and others. Christmas is the month of gifting. Let us no longer give socks and cups and clothes money.
Exactly.
Let us give
Exactly.
vouchers. Mom E can give you a voucher that you can present to whoever you want to bless with the 3 months of
Mm-hmm.
self-development program. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the time we then gift meaningful and purposeful gifts over December. So Ma, I'm sure you are preparing the gift vouchers, right?
Definitely. I am. I am. In those socks, people are going to get there. We're going to have a different Christmas this year.
Definitely. It's a new year of learning and self-empowerment. Now
Yes.
says you are so correct. Reading and listening to other coaches improves your confidence.
Yes.
That's that's
Definitely.
beautiful. Thank you, Nell.
Thank
Mom,
you.
we are closing off. I just want to ask you, especially looking back, how you have built it or you build your confidence and communication skills transformed the way you lead or the way you have grown your own business or you are growing your own business. Um,
Mm.
has that been the case, or you think it's not really necessary to improve your confidence or to improve your communication skills when you are building a business? I don't know if my question is clear to you.
I think I understand your question. Coach, you can never build a business without those two things. You need to go out there with confidence because remember, you are not the only one. So
Mm-hmm.
what is it that is going to set you apart? So you need
Mm-hmm.
to be honing those skills on an
Mm-hmm.
ongoing basis. You can never say I've arrived because now everything is tech, you
Yeah.
know. And for some of us, the BBTs, born before technology,
Mm-hmm.
we are having to catch up so quickly. So there is no time to say, no, I think I've got it all. You need to research your topic. You need to be very, very factual and au fait of your sector and what you are specializing in, because you don't want to find yourself saying things that are not factual, because that can break your spirit. And you need to work on yourself to build the confidence. I mean, if you would have asked me to do what I'm doing now last year when you met me, I would have told you, Coach, there is no way. You
Mm-hmm.
know, now I just see my name saying you will be doing this, and I say, yes, Coach, because I've had all this year. to work on things, to go on hikes. That's another thing. We need to invest in the development. It doesn't just come. I've been to, I don't know how many retreats, but I'm not like Murare. I'm not addicted. But I've been to enough retreats to have gained the kind of confidence that I'm walking in now, and it's not going to stop me to say
Mhm.
now I have arrived. I am still going to go on retreats because there you meet other people, and the more you are, the more you pick up, you know, skills and trades and other things that you can add to your strengths. So,
Yeah.
yes, we need to invest in ourselves, pay for programs, pay for hiking, pay for retreats, and just be there. That's self care, that's self love, that's well being.
And there's no amount of money is big enough for your own personal growth.
That is
We
so
spend so
true.
much money on other people. We spend so much money on useless things, on
Yes.
brands that
Mm.
we always find that they give us power when we're wearing them. But it's time that we own that power, and
Yes.
that power comes from within. Mungu
Yes.
says, I still can't listen to my voice. I always find mistakes. Mungu, you are a perfectionist, my friend. You are just like me. We just have to work ourselves out of that imprisonment of
Yes.
perfectionist
Yeah.
so that we
Yeah.
can be at ease and also be
Mhm.
easy on ourselves. Or what else would
Yeah.
you say to her, Mom E?
You know, like when we started, I said I call my anxiety my superpower. So
Mm,
whatever she's also feeling every time she hears her voice, she just needs to know that that's her superpower. That is the one thing that keeps you in check. Otherwise, we're going to lose our humility, because
mhm.
in the kind of work that we do, to stay humble and to stay authentic, we need to know that we don't have it all, and it's not about us but the people that we are serving. So these thorns on our flesh are there just to keep us humble.
Oh, that's a beautiful way of closing it, Ma.
Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Mama Eva, for sharing your journey and also for offering us such valuable insight on building confidence and mastering communication. Having a conversation with you today, it was amazing. And also, I always have a lot of learnings when I speak to you. And it is not the end. 2025, you said there's a lot of things that are planned that
Yes.
we will still be doing together. Uh,
Mhm.
you have shown us that you have regained your confidence as well. I mean, you are a practical example of a person who almost lost their worth and you have
Yeah.
unshackled it. And you are
Yes.
today here becoming a storyteller,
Mm.
a confident speaker, a coach, a facilitator, and now you are running powerful programs that I really would like people to look out for. They must check you out on social media. On Facebook you are active, and on Instagram you are there, just to follow the work that you do so that they can be part of that progress. I always say they don't always come across this video by mistake. I do believe maybe it's time for you to unshackle your worth. That is the offering and the company that Mom Eva is running. So your time is here. Your time has come. Maybe you need to become a powerful public speaker of tomorrow. Maybe you are struggling with communication. You need to release your throat chakra so that you can give yourself permission to speak. But yeah, for everybody else who has participated in their comments and questions, thank you once again. We always, this becomes even more enjoyable with you in it. We really appreciate you from all over. And we have been running this for a week. This was just for this week as we celebrate Global
Wow.
Entrepreneurship Week. And we are having, of
Mm.
course, other platforms like on Wednesdays, we have Pillow Talks. This month, we will be talking about the gut health. And do join us, follow us on our platform. There are free platforms on Facebook, the Retired Community. But Mama Eva, once again, thank you for your time, for your wisdom, and for your encouragement. Your story and
Thanks to
advice
you, coach.
undoubtedly inspired us so much. It's always a pleasure having a conversation with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, coach. God bless you.
God bless
Bye.
everybody. Bye bye and enjoy Mind Retirement songs as I'll be playing them as we walk out of on stage.